Buddha Man, Yoda Man. When you take home Star Wars Episode 2 on DVD, digitally filmed, digitally mastered, a perfect clone. Own the first major live-action film on DVD captured directly from its digital source. This 2-disc set is packed with over 6 hours of bonus features you'll actually want to watch. Star Wars Episode 2, Yoda the Man, on DVD November 12th.
By the way, I think I've got like a teacher story, which I don't know if it's that funny, but I'll say it anyway.
Go for it, like we're all friends here, you know.
Yeah, tell us a funny story about a teacher.
So it's just a little small story. There was this guy called his last name was Turner. I think I can say that. He was a teacher at our school.
Mr. Turner.
Yeah.
As long as people can't localize exactly where you live based on your accent, then they could search the staff records of every single school in your area.
I'm searching for Mr. Turner. I'm going to see if I can find him.
So anyway, there was this guy, Mr. Turner. That was it. He was a PE teacher, and it's just a little story I heard, which was very funny.
Was he very encouraging the boys to like have a shower after the lesson?
When you said pee, I literally thought he was a pedo.
No, that's the thing. His nickname was Pedo Turner.
Pedo Turner.
And it's not.
I like where this story's going.
It's just. It wasn't a very creative nickname, to be honest. But yeah, just a couple of boys were like walking around a corner, and one of them said, "Oh yeah, I've got PE with Pedo Turner next," and Mr. Turner was around the corner and heard them. And I just love the reason why I love this story is his reaction. I asked what did he do. Apparently, Mr. Turner he just sighed. He just went. Like that.
It's like shit. Better go and delete me hard drive.
Yeah, exactly. Like, looks like I'm gonna have to go scrub my identity again.
Yeah, change schools again. Yeah,
it's just become frustrating for him.
Yeah. No, I imagine it was more out of the frustration of just being called that.
Yeah. It's also one of those things where like there's nothing you can really do about it. Like a lot of like insults that like school kids level at you, there's nothing you can do about it because they don't like respond to reason.
Yeah. No, well the thing is the boys that said it, they just stopped in their tracks. They didn't say anything when they realized they said it out loud. And all they said is that he just sighed, and then I just think he went into another room, and that was it.
To masturbate.
Yeah.
Well, they all know.
Yeah, exactly. Might as well. But yeah, nice. It's the longest day of the year today.
Oh yeah, it is.
You know what? I might have mentioned this. I wanted to inspire some of the youths at the youth centre. And I was like, oh, did you know that this was yesterday. Do you know that tomorrow's the longest day? And they were like,
that makes sense.
No, every day is as long as each other.
Yeah, because they were talking about literal hours, which was a folly in their reasoning.
They owned you, Dylan. They owned you. You can tell you're a janitor. Yeah, outsmarted by a bunch of kids.
Yeah, this is very sad for you, Dylan.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, they got a point.
Yeah, no, they're right. Every day is as long as each other.
Yeah, you should say the longest period of daylight of the year.
Yeah, there you go.
Doesn't that sound just so much smoother?
If you weren't a janitor, you probably would have said that. But
yes, probably would have done.
Yeah,
they're probably known to say that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it's the to correct myself, I guess. Dylan's youth centre children are right. Yeah, it is indeed the longest daylight day of the year. Yeah.
Might open the curtains and keep the.
Yeah, your room is very dark right now, Dylan. I have to say.
It's because I like to keep it's my shack, you see. So I generally keep the windows shut in case like there are youths walking past. And I don't want them to be able to peer in and that and
your grounds keep a woolly shack. Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
I always think of you as groundskeeper Willie. I mean, that's what I was thinking. Like for you, like it's just significant. It's the longest day of the year because it means you don't have to work in the dark while you're like cleaning all the toilets ready for the youth centre day.
Yeah, a beautiful sunset while cleaning up the sick at like 10 p.m. at night. Yeah,
staring off into the sun like someday I'll be a movie star. You're telling it to yourself.
I'll get my memoirs published one day. I'll be a movie star.
Yeah. I like it. I like the fact that it's the longest day of the year, but of course, there's also the depressing reality that what this means is every day now is going to get shorter.
There's this inane piece of radio chatter, and I literally heard this on my work experience. Like when I was obviously like 14 years old, because that's when like work experience was like a thing, and it was probably in like April or May, like when I did work experience. And I just remember the radio person being like, "Oh, we've only got 8 weeks until it starts getting darker," and then the other person was like, "Or we've got 16 weeks of it being as bright as it is now." And I don't know why, but that inane, pointless piece of radio chatter is literally like burned into my brain. I'm just like, this is why I don't listen to radio too, because like everything I hear from it just gets lodged in my brain forever.
That's the story.
We should try and pivot to the film reviews.
I think
I'm sat here like inanely talking about whatever, as if I'm not super excited about my film review.
I made mine quite short.
What do you mean?
So we've.
What do you mean film review, Michael?
So sorry, film review, film parody. Sorry.
I thought we were doing film review, gay film reviews. Like
Yeah,
I've been
gay
watching
film
gay. I watched this gay porn video and I reviewed it.
Yeah. Oh god.
Just watching like average, movies and critiquing them for not being gay enough.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Of course, we wouldn't have that criticism of any of the new Disney films. I would say. Because they're always trying to shove gayness down our throats, you might have noticed.
Yeah, well...
you know what this film needs? It needs a man kissing a man. That's what this film needs.
Yeah, no,
that's what they're thinking.
Did you see the new Elemental has a non-binary character in it? And, well, the thing is, it's great. I know, great representation, but, like, do you know what the film Elemental is, by the way? Do you know what it is? It's the...
it's about the elements, right?
Yeah, 4 elements. Yeah. Earth, wind, water, and fire.
What if you don't identify as any of the 4 elements?
Well, then.
Well, yeah, how's a non-binary work? But
well, no, that's the thing. There's there's this water character who's non-binary, and it's great because it's just like water, like it's just like animated water. And Disney put out a press release that's, hey, look, we got a non-binary character, and it just looks the same as all the other like water characters.
Look at how woke we are.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like. It's very hard to. There was a great sketch on it, but I can't remember this TV show. And it's like, we have our first gay character in this franchise, and it's like this character called Glob, who's just a big green glob.
That's actually quite funny.
And it's like, yeah, he's gay. He's going to be in bed with another big green glob. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Bert and Ernie back in the day.
Yeah.
Although I do remember, like, someone was asked, like one of the like creators or whatever was asked, like, are Bert and Ernie gay? And they said, they're puppets. They don't exist from the waist down. That was their response.
I like that.
It's like, you can't argue that.
Good stuff.
What's the problem? I just like they're just mates, but they sleep in the same bed. What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
It's like
that's what you had to say up until like 2007. It's like, they're just friends who sleep in the same bed. That's all.
Yeah, exactly. That's how when the morality piece came around. That is it. Yeah, it's just like we got some trouble with the heating. That's right, Bert. We were struggling to pay the bills, and we just thought maybe we'd save some time by sharing a bed. Oh, Ernie, I care so much about having low gas prices. Thank you, Bert.
Yeah, there you go. That's how it was. So let us now do.
Sometimes they let me sleep with them.
Who's that?
Elmo.
Oh, that's Elmo. Oh, fuck. Right. Well, is Elmo meant to be a kid? Is that the joke?
I think he is, yeah. That's the joke.
He's just got a really screechy voice, doesn't he?
So, who wants to go first? Dylan, do you want to go first, or shall Michael go first? Because actually, Michael was really excited about his. So
I am excited about mine. Does that mean you want to go first?
Yeah, go
I think
first, Michael.
We go the best one first, and it draws all the views in. You see.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've gone for, and this is a classic film. I don't know if you've heard it. It's called American Type Bro.
Yes, I remember you thought of American Psycho, a funny gay scene, and obviously, it's a natural fit for a gay parody.
Yes, exactly. Fat Dick Masturbate Man.
Okay.
And his...
What a start.
And his fellow Christian ministers are attending an Orthodox mass, or, any kind of mass. Patrick says to a nun handing out wafers for the communion, "Your female form is disgusting to me. I wish that I was having sex with men instead." But she just ignores him and smiles politely at him as if she doesn't care about what he's just said. Now, the next morning, Fat Dick explains his morning routine. He says that he has the nicest room in the seminary, as it overlooks the courtyard, where the church courtyard, and allows him to be extra spiritual. He only uses the finest holy water from Mount Athos, as other holy waters can contaminate his spirit. He tries to use communal wine with very little alcohol, because alcohol can lead to sinfulness. He applies his anointing oils as he says his Hail Marys. He can do 1,000 now.
Is this a gay parody, or is this a Christian parody, Michael?
Oh, you'll see. Now, Patrick strolls into his office as his secretary informs him of all his appointments he has with his flock, his pastoral work. But he tells her to cancel almost everything before saying, "Stop wearing skirts all the time. It's not modest. You should wear trousers and a shirt and a tie and cut your hair short." That's a reference to Patrick Bateman telling his secretary to dress sexy. But
yes.
Patrick is driving along and he's like, "I'm trying to listen to my new Gregorian chants, but my wife keeps bothering me." She asks why doesn't he quit being a priest, and he says, "Because I want to hide the fact I'm secretly gay." He says it in a very angry way, and yet she ignores him. They attend an ecumenical council to talk about issues, big issues, and talking about how serious it is, and Patrick stresses the importance of reaching the youth, restoring moral clarity, winning souls to Christ, increasing missionary work, both at home and abroad. But he says it in a kind of way as if he's not really serious about it, but all the priests and ministers agree. Yes. The next day, he is at the dry cleaners, trying to get his sheets cleaned, but there is a clear, visible white stain on his sheets.
Oh no.
As well as a suspicious brown stain.
By the way, can I just ask, has Dylan seen this movie?
Yeah, I don't know if he has. Yeah. Has he not seen it?
He hasn't seen anything, has he?
Yeah, this is the problem with coming out with gay movie parodies. Now, then, then the ecumenical council is again sat around, talking about the religious stuff, and one says, "Hey, new conservative religious policy. What do you think?" Fat Dick Master Bateman looks at it, he's like, "My God, the moral certainty of it, the credible deniability of hypocrisy. My God, it even says homosexuality is the mark of the beast." That night, Fat Dick pays a homeless guy for sex on his way home. He walks up to him and he's like, "Hey, you're disgusting. You're so much worse than me. You're such a sinner." And then he starts fucking him in the arse. The next day, he is motivated by his jealousy of Paul's religious devotion to take him out to dinner. He takes him home. He roofies him, obviously, so he's kind of more pliable. He takes him home and starts playing some gospel music. Do you like Lighthouse? Their early work was a bit too secular for my taste. As things went along, they really got into their spirituality. He gives a superficial assessment of the theological substance of the music. Then he says, he takes out his cock and he sneaks up behind Paul and he says, "Hey, Paul!" And he shoves his cock into him. And he says, "Try getting into heaven now, you stupid fucking bastard."
Yeah.
At a church lunch, Fat Dick finds himself becoming increasingly annoyed with Lucist.
Yep.
He decides to follow Lucist into the bathroom, but Lucist expresses enthusiasm for this, saying that it's so hard pretending to be a fan of traditional family values while secretly being gay, and makes a pass at him. Fat Dick then runs away in disgust and fear. The next day, Fat Dick is in his office, filling in a crossword. We can see that his answers include fisting, cum, analingus, etc. He invites a kid back to his house. The kid then runs around the house and sees all the gay stuff and tries to run away, but Patrick throws... So he's like running, he's like, "Oh no!" He opens the door, sees loads of gay porn. But Patrick throws a rehypnol down the stairs that lands in the kid's mouth. After this, Fat Dick meets up with his wife at a restaurant and breaks up with her. She protests and he insists, "My impulse to engage in gay sex can no longer be controlled." But again, she kind of just ignores him. After this, and feeling worked up, he sees a glory hole and decides to put his cock in it. Suddenly, an old man sees him and recognizes him as the pastor. Fat Dick turns around and violently...
Sorry, pause. Does he recognize him just from his cock, or he recognizes him from the other side?
Yeah, let's say he recognizes him from his cock. That's it. Fat Dick turns around and violently jizzes on him. He runs away and finds himself in the middle of a gay pride parade where he has loads of gay sex. He gets to his church and barricades himself in as loads of gay guys surround the church wanting more of his ass. He calls his lawyer and says, "I just fucked a lot of guys," and confesses his guilt about his hypocrisy. The next day, he's at a Ron DeSantis fundraiser when he meets up with his lawyer, who refuses to believe anything he says. He also confuses him for Joel Osteen. He's like, "Oh, Joel, do we know who Joel Osteen is? He's like a kind of famous mega pastor."
Yes, I know who that is, yes.
Yeah, Fat Dick confesses to raping Paul, but the lawyer says that's impossible because he was in a hotel room with Paul just the other night preparing for a different conference about the evils of homosexuality. Fat Dick, now shaken, sits down alongside some other clergymen. They're watching Pope Francis say that we should be tolerant of gay relationships. A traditionalist Catholic says that this is disgraceful, as he's abandoning the old-fashioned Catholic principles. And there we go, that's the story about... It's very deeply thematic, you might notice.
Yeah, I know.
I basically just stole all the themes of the original and then just said, what if it was about how everyone just ignores the fact that all priests are secretly gay?
Yes, that's it, yes.
Which I think is what we really needed to know.
Yeah, how the church preaches these values, but instead is very gay. It's the gayest,
that's it.
It's the gayest institution in the world, to be honest. The business card scene, Michael. When you came up with the idea of like American Psycho, but gay, it was
they were comparing dicks.
Yeah, they were comparing dicks, which I thought was hilarious. It's like Paul Allen's like shaft is so
thick,
yeah,
because he says the tasteful thickness of it.
Yeah,
exactly. The thing is, you're exactly right. The problem is, I tried to make it make more sense, and I was like, like the problem is because they're all supposed to be like denying their gayness. Like secretly, I couldn't have them be so overt about it. But at least you've now mentioned that idea, because that's good. It's very funny.
That's good, yes. No, yeah, well that was, interesting. Yeah, it's thematic, honestly. It's very thematic.
I know, yeah. It's more of like a treatise than a comedic parody.
Yeah. Dylan, last time, of course, you did a AI-generated gay parody of Despicable Me, didn't you?
It was very despicable of me.
It was exactly that, yes. So what have you got for us this time?
I was going to do Despicable Me for real, but I couldn't actually find... I hadn't watched it in a while. I thought I need to watch it. I could only I went on one of these 123 movie websites. I could only find it in Arabic.
The Arabic version, like
down.
the Despicable Me is just that like the girls are like allowed to go to school. That's it.
Yeah.
So I thought short one, so we've got time for topics. So what it is it's a parody of Homeo and Juliet, except I've not seen Homeo and Juliet. So
why did you do I'm really interested in why this isn't a parody of Romeo and Juliet.
Yeah,
it's going to end up just being Romeo and Juliet, yeah. So that's it. So
how is it a parody of Nomeo and Juliet?
I don't know. Well, I didn't know any. Oh, I suppose there's that film we all saw in English back in the day, when we were at school and that. But Homeo and Juliet is what we are.
Right.
Cool.
A tale of two star-crossed bombers in fair Verbona, where we lay our scene. So we meet the two rival male sex traffic rings, which are the Montapoos and the Crapulets. And we start with, there's a mass brawl between their sex slaves. And the traffic people are very loyal to their ring, so it's a bit like Stockholm syndrome. So they're Montapoos are the best. No, it's the Crapulets.
What about Brighton syndrome?
Yeah, I suppose that's what it was called back in those days. Yeah, I should have said in Fair Brighton where we set our scene. So it's a very straight heterosexual society, but you are allowed to bomb the sex slaves, and you're still considered to be straight.
Oh, like Rome.
Yeah, just like Rome or Greece. Yeah.
So there's no Pride months or LGBT or anything like that, but you can bomb the sex slaves and that.
Good.
So anyway, there's a mass ball which is held by the mafia for all the criminal organisations in the area. So Homeo Montepoo, the son of one of the people that runs the Montepoo ring, he goes along hoping to be able to harass this girl that he fancies, but he meets Juliet instead, another man. And the two talk about football, go for a beer together, but they kind of realise quite soon on that they're more than bros and seek more than a bromance. They want to be gay with each other in the same way that they're gay with the sex slaves, but they don't want it to be a thing about domination or it's unheard of in those days.
They want gay relationships to be about love. Somehow.
Yeah, it's just something weird like that. Yeah. So and then later, Homeo actually finds out that Juliet is the son of one of the leaders of the Crapulet ring. So he kind of throws a bit of a spanner in the works. So Homeo goes to the pub to visit Juliet, and Juliet's all like, "Homeo, Homeo, wherefore art thou, Homeo?" which
Great.
which doesn't actually mean "Where are you, Homeo?" but it actually
means
means
why.
Why are you, Homeo?
Yeah.
It's in "Why are you?"
Yeah, we all know
part
that.
of it.
Everyone knew that, Dylan.
Great.
Everyone who did GCSE English knows that. Yeah.
Yeah, I know it because my mum told me.
As in why, why does it have to be son of the prominent member, blah, blah, blah. He also is like, what is a name? And he compares it to a penis. A penis by any other name would taste as sweet. They see each other in secrets, but they decide to make things official. And they meet Friar Sorgents. And they get a civil partnership, hoping that their relationship will bring an end to the Ring's feud. But of course it doesn't.
Gay marriage doesn't exist.
No, that's why you've got a civil partnership.
Yeah.
Because it's like, you can't be gay, it's unless you're being gay with the slaves, as we've established.
As we've established, yes.
So they need a civil partnership instead. Unfortunately, both gang leaders are not happy about this. Firstly, they don't approve of their son's homosexuality, even though they're happy to bomb the prisoners. And they forbid them from seeing each other. And then we meet Juliet's cousin, Tyrone, who challenges Homeo. Who challenges...
Tyrone.
Tyrone. Fucking Tyrone.
And he challenges Homeo to a duel. Homeo refuses a fight as he considers Tyrone family. Tyrone's like, you ain't no family of mine.
Okay, right.
I like that. Okay, that's good. I approve.
Now we're getting racist here. Right,
Yeah, I was gonna say like, now this is making me wonder if Juliet's part of the family, why is he called Juliet? Is that? I hope that's to do with the mechanics of gay sex.
Yeah.
And not because she's related to someone called Tyrone.
Anyway, Homeo's mate Melvin steps in. Unfortunately, Tyrone kills Melvin, which upsets Homeo, as Melvin was his bro. So in a fit of rage, Homeo manages to avenge Melvin's death and kills Tyrone. Now, the gangs are outraged.
Do you want to do an impression of Tyrone dying?
Yeah.
Oh man, you killed me!
Wouldn't he go like she?
Yeah.
She, I don't got sad.
Oh, we're getting taken down. I'm sorry. Right.
We'll be fine.
The gangs are outraged by this because because Tyrone was one of the Crapulets' best traffickers.
Wow.
Well,
How
of course he
racist do you
was.
want to get?
So they threaten to go to the police, but the Montapoos are all like, obviously that's not a good idea, because if you go to the police, and tell on us, we'll tell on you, sort of thing. But they eventually come to an idea that Homeo gets banished from Verbona. So Juliet's father tries to find a nice girlfriend for him, but Juliet's like fully out and proud and doesn't want to be with a woman. They find a woman called Paris and set up a wedding, but they're also trying to desperately hide Juliet's sexuality, and they put a limit on the number of servants that he's allowed to bum. Because they're worried that he's enjoying it too much, and they outright forbid him from getting bummed by the servants. Like he's only allowed, because that
He's only allowed to give and not receive.
exactly.
Yeah, because as we've discussed, it's barely gay if you give, right?
No, it isn't. Yeah,
Exactly.
it is so true. Like the gulf between like getting your dick sucked by a guy and sucking a guy's dick in terms of gayness is huge.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Something you want to say, Michael?
It's
I
basically bigger than the difference between being gay and being straight.
Okay. Is it? All right.
Yeah. Someone's like, I fucked a guy, or had a sexual experience with a guy. I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, sure, And then if they were like, yeah, I sucked his dick, I'm like, what? You gay? That's just me.
That's how the conversation goes, yeah. So anyway, Juliet seeks Friar Sorgent's help, and he finds a sleeping potion that will make him appear dead. The plan is for Homeo to come over and take Juliet away when he wakes up, so they're going to fake his death. So Homeo hears news of Juliet's death, and he's like, comes over. He turns up and he sees Paris like sobbing over him, and Homeo's like, "Back off, sister. He's mine." It's just like
Great.
I've just done my nails, but I don't mind breaking them. And they have like a fight where Homeo fatally scratches Paris, and she dies. And then Homeo decides that he doesn't want to live anymore because he's killed two people now, and that the person, his love of his life, is dead. So he slits his wrists and he bleeds out.
Oh.
And the second, it's like instantaneous. The second that he drops dead, Juliet wakes up and he's just like, oh, and what do I do? What's the only logical thing to do, Michael, in this
Kill
situation?
himself.
Exactly.
You gotta
So
kill yourself.
he slits his wrists as well and dies too. And it's a tragedy, really. But the good news is, like, the tragedy, the news hits the town, Verbona, and the Montapoos and the Crapulets, they both mourn both of them, and they're moved by it. So much so that they stop their feud, and they merge their rings together, and, like, make an even bigger sex trafficking ring.
Ah, that's nice.
Oh, that's a positive, yeah. So it's got a happy ending.
Yeah.
You know, Dylan, your voice reminded me of something. I heard this recently. It's a phrase I didn't know existed. It's fagsent.
Yes.
You know, I was in deep, intense dialogue with a gay gentleman, and he said, you know, I've got a pretty strong fagsent.
Oh, you mean? I was just like, you were just dissing my entire. You meant when I said I don't mind breaking my nails.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, I got a pretty strong fagsent.
That's very funny.
I know. I was like, I hadn't noticed.
And you, I assume, were in bed together, right?
Yeah. Sorry, it sounded like, I got a pretty strong fagsent. Yeah. Because he had. But fortunately, I'm not gay because, you know, I said very clearly and unmuffled, oh, really? You know,
yes,
which is important. If I said, oh, really? Then I would have been gay.
I'm just choking on this cock, yeah. But yeah, Homeo was just kind of a regular. He's just a regular run-of-the-mill bloke until he met Juliet.
He's just a regular bro.
He was just like, yeah, you're going to watch the Juve game later? Because obviously they're in Italy, so...
Yeah. I love that. They say Juve as well, like that. Juve.
So, that's funny. Because obviously the joke there, in case anyone's confused, is that basically that's like a kind of very... Like, it's a Britishism to be like... Yeah.
You're gonna watch the AC game later. They hate that. Milan fans calling them AC. Don't do
AC and Inter.
Yeah. Don't do it. Yeah. Anyway, so that is Homeo and Juliet or whatever.
Juliet.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah. No, that's good. And it wasn't written by AI, which is, you know, Dylan, that's all that matters really. So congratulations. So now it's time for my gay parody, which is of Star Wars. But of course, I just want to go through...
so this is number 5, isn't it? Or,
but the thing is, the last episode got deleted, which was, of course...
Oh, yeah. So, that was a poor timing from you starting. I mean... Well, Dylan didn't do that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to recap it quickly, just very quickly. It's, of course, it's called A New Gape. That's what it was called.
That's a good name.
Yes. So, basically, you know... Princess Gaia of Alderaan obtained the Empire's gay bar schematics, which of course is the Death Star, was kidnapped by Darth Vader, who, you know... I love Dylan. Again, you heard this like a few weeks ago, Dylan, yeah. Anyway, who wears a black leather like fetish outfit, you know? And
yes.
Princess Gaia hides the plans in the back door of a droid. And the droids find Luke Skywalker,
Skywalker.
Yeah, he brings the plans to Old Wang Kenobi, and he was a Jedi swordsman, you know, former peacekeepers of the Moderate Galactic Republic, which allowed people to be gay and straight. And they had mystical abilities, and they drew them from a metaphysical energy field known as, remember what we called it? The horse.
The horse cock.
That's it. Yeah, remember the horse cock? You changed it.
Very specific.
Yes, very specific. Yes. So the Jedi swordsmen were hunted. To
use the
near
horse. Sorry.
Yes. Great. So they were hunted to near extinction by the evil, fully homosexual Empire, and so Old Wang, you know, gives Luke his father's penis saber. You know, that's the weapon of the Jedi swordsman. So the penis saber again is a weapon that is placed on the fighter's erect penis, and you know it lights up. And the Jedi use their hips to move it around. And they travel to Mos Eisley, and Old Wang says of Mos Eisley, remember, you will never find a more wretched hive of cum and villainy.
Yes.
Yes. And they hire Han Solo, because he, you know, only masturbates by himself. Yeah, he's not gay. Yeah, then we have Grand Cock Tarkin decides to destroy Alderaan with a massive cum laser, which splurges all over Alderaan, drowning it. You know, our heroes then get to the gay bar. You know, they save Princess Gaia, and Old Wang, of course, sacrifices himself in a penis saber duel against Darth Vader, who has, you know, a raging red penis saber. And, you know, Darth Vader says to Old Wang, you know, I was once the twink, but now I'm the master, Vader. While Old Wang says, I didn't include this last time, I should have. Old Wang says, if you strike me down, I'll become more gayer than you could possibly imagine.
I don't really approve of the double comparative. You don't need to say more gayer.
Sorry.
I think that's what we can all recognise is very important.
Yeah, thank you for not laughing at that, Michael, instead ruining it.
I did. To be honest, I don't know why I thought like it was going to be something about like he'd become more hard. I don't know why. That's what I said. Like if you're like something like, I don't know, if you fuck my ass now, I'll become harder than you could possibly imagine.
That's quite good too.
This is all good stuff.
Thank you.
This is all good stuff. So,
it's a collaborative process.
Yeah.
That's what you should do.
I've always said that. So Luke joins the rebels in a desperate attack against the approaching gay bar, and Luke, with the guidance of Old Wang, use the horse cock, Luke, as he says, aims his dildo missile into the gay bar's back door / hole, destroying it moments before it fires its cum laser all over the rebel base, and everyone's happy. So yeah, there you go. So those are some of the concepts from the first one to keep you on track with this one. So episode 5, it's not the Empire Strikes Back, it's the Empire Likes Black Dick.
I like that.
It doesn't really work, but well, I guess Darth Vader's black, so
it'll be playing on the BBC.
There we go. So 3 years after the destruction of the Empire's gay bar, the Imperial fleet, led by Darth Vader, dispatches probe droids across the galaxy to find Princess Gaia's rebel alliance. So remember the monster that... Have you seen this movie, by the way, Dylan?
Which one? The Empire Strikes Back?
Yeah, The Empire Likes Black. Yeah.
I've seen that one. I've also seen the Family Guy parody of it as well. So I'm fully versed.
That's really all you need. Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Enough.
So remember,
anything is a bit too much.
Yeah, remember the monster, the Wampa?
Yeah, it's a
yes.
Yeah, it's now a wanker.
All right,
monster.
good stuff.
Who captures Luke Skywalker before he can investigate the probe. But he escapes using the horse cock, retrieves his penis.
The Wampa isn't Meg, by the way. Meg is the worm that's inside of the asteroid. The Wampa, I think, is like the guy who's like, dun, 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 like the guy who like works at the brewery, who's like very weird, and he's like, yeah, that's it, yeah.
Thank you for interrupting.
No. The Wampa's Cookie Monster.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Sorry, I just wanted to call out Dylan for like being like, oh, I've seen the Family Guy parody. He doesn't even remember the Family Guy parody.
I've seen the actual thing as well. I saw it the one time, but I've seen it.
Anyway, the important thing is that Luke Skywalker escapes this wanker monster by using the horse cock to retrieve his penis saber and then penetrate the beast.
Good.
The beast. I love that.
Yeah.
Penetrate the beast.
Yes.
That's a good album name.
Okay. So, the spirit of Luke's deceased mentor, Old Wang, then instructs Luke to, give him a hand job. Or if not that, go to the planet, not Dagobah, but Gablober, to train as a Jedi swordsman. So the Empire then launch a large-scale attack against the rebels on the planet Cock using not AT-AT but Gatey walkers.
Good, obviously.
Yeah, they're
That's
all
so clever.
Yeah, I know. They're all dancing, So yeah, they're walking in a very gay way now.
So they're kind of like like floppy heels or floppy ankles. I don't know.
Yes.
How do gay people walk? They saunter.
No. That's it. They walk on their knees, of course.
Yes.
On
their what's that word?
Knees.
Forcing the rebels to evacuate. So Han Solo and Princess Leia escape with CHIVPO.
Yes. Of course, he was pretty gay in the original film.
Yes, I know. And Chew Ball Saka aboard the Millennium Falcon. So, Darth Vader summons several not bounty but booty hunters, including Boba Fett. Not Boba Fett, sorry, but Go Fuck Pets.
What about Blober?
Yeah, but I said that for like Dagobah. It was
fair.
Gay Blubber. I don't know. Go Fuck Pets is, I don't know, funny.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, Go Fuck
It's not really
Pets.
gay though, is it? It's just a bit.
Well, it is. It's.
Well, I think we can recognise that paraphilias tend to come in pairs.
Yeah,
or,
and of
come in
course,
groups.
Yeah, it's bestiality which
extends from the like once you start allowing for homosexuality, then bestiality will inevitably follow, right?
It's part of the plus LGBTQ plus. One of them.
Exactly.
One of those letters is B.
Yeah, that's the B, isn't it? LGBT.
Yeah, that's the. Oh yeah, it's in the original. Yeah, lesbian bestiality. Yeah. Anyway, so there you go. It's very gay. So Han's group travel to Cloud City, which is governed by his old friend Lando Calrissian. But no, it's not. It's Mando Calrissian. That's his name.
Nice.
So, however, Go Fuck Pets tracks them there, and Darth Vader forces Mando to surrender the group to the Empire, knowing Luke will come to their aid or aids. So I just saw that on Wikipedia, and I thought that would be funny. Maybe not. Anyway,
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Good try.
Meanwhile, Luke travels with Ars-2-D-Goo in his gay XXX wing fighter to Gablobar, where he crash lands in a swamp. There he meets Choda, a diminutive creature with a very small but wide penis.
Sounds like that's just how Danny DeVito is in real life.
So,
Just like a big, short, fat cock.
yes, okay, great. So Luke doesn't want Choda's help fixing his ship, and Luke says to him, he wants to get out of this slimy mud hole. But Choda says, "You go into my slimy mud hole, you can." That's just something that I said in the movie, which I thought would be good if.
Wait, hold on. That's actually said in the movie.
Yoda doesn't say "go into my slimy mud hole." It's just that Luke calls the swamp a slimy mud hole.
Oh, I see. I was like, when in the movie does Yoda say "go into my slimy mud hole"?
Go into my slimy mud hole, you can. Yeah,
It might happen. It's like one of the newer edits, isn't it?
okay.
Yeah, the special edition.
Yeah,
that
George
was Real
Lucas
Vision.
changed it up. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, we couldn't really make him say, and we didn't have the technology in the past to make him say, "Go into my slimy mud hole, you can."
So Luke is then surprised when Choda reveals himself to be the Jedi he was looking for. Choda then reluctantly accepts him as his Jedi twink. So Choda trains Luke to master the light side of the horsecock and resist the negative emotions that will seduce him to the brown side, as of course they did to Darth Vader. So the brown side is now the dark side, of course, which, makes sense. Luke struggles to control his anger and impulsiveness and fails to comprehend the nature and power of the horsecock. Choda asks him to lift his gay XXX wing from the swamp. When Luke half-heartedly says he'll use his gay powers to lift it, Choda says, "Be gay or straight, there is no bi." Instead of,
I like that. That's a good one.
"There is no try." He says, there is no bi.
No, yeah, I like that. That's a good manipulation of the original line, right?
Again, that's why it's a gay parody. That's what you got to do. So
that's what we're here for.
That's what we're here for. So Luke witnesses Choda use it to levitate the gay XX wing from the swamp, and is amazed, because of Choda's tiny dick. How could he have that much gay power?
That's a good point. Yeah, it's actually a pretty good message about how size is the only thing that matters.
Well, Choda then tells Luke, "Size matters not. Judge me by my size, do you? And well, you should not, for my ally is the horsecock, and a powerful ally it is. Life creates the horsecock, makes it grow. Its energy surrounds us and penetrates us. Gay beings we are, not this straight matter. You must feel the horsecock inside of you." So yeah, just imagine Yoda saying that in his voice. I can't do with that very well, but yeah, before he can...
You must feel the horsecock.
Okay. That's how not to do it.
It's hard to do, man. I can't do it. It should be easy because it's very...
Feel the horsecock, you can.
Yeah, before he can complete his training, Luke has a premonition of Han and Gay in pain, so he abandons Choda to go rescue them. They've been captured, Gay and Han, and so Princess Gay confesses her love for Han before Darth Vader freezes him in sperm.
That's it. Wait, hold on. So wait, was there? Sorry, I might have just blanked out. Was there any line? Obviously, Leia and Gaia and Hand.
Yes.
Did they have a little exchange right before he gets frozen in cum?
Yes. Well, I mean, I was gonna put in Princess Gaia says, "I love you," and Han says, "I don't know."
I don't.
He
says, "I don't."
Yeah.
That would be just short and simple.
Han survives and is given to Go Fuck Pets, who intends to collect some animal booty after giving hand to Jabba the Slut.
I like that.
So that's what he's
The
doing.
sluts.
Yeah.
I just realized, by the way, I came out of a better exchange. I love Luke. Me too.
Okay.
There you go.
That's great. So Luke arrives and engages Darth Vader in a penis saber duel. Darth Vader overwhelms Luke, winning the fight by severing Luke's dick.
Ouch.
Yeah, quite painful. Yeah, he urges Luke to join him and help destroy his master. Darth Vader says, "If only you knew the power of the brown side. Old Wang never told you what happened to your father." Luke says, "He told me you killed him." Darth Vader says, "No, I am your father's boyfriend."
Ah.
That's
Oh.
what he-
I like that.
That should have
So-
been, I'm your daddy.
I was thinking like, I knew Dylan would love the use of the word daddy.
Yeah, good. Yeah, I should have done it for Dylan. Should have pandered to him.
Yeah.
So, yeah, how about, "No, I am your daddy," or whatever. So Luke is shocked. No, that's not true. That's
What
impossible.
about I'm your father's daddy? That could work.
Oh, there's so many options. I don't know. I thought father's boyfriend was funny.
It's quite
but
funny,
whatever.
actually, yeah.
Yeah, that is good too.
So yeah, Luke's like, "No, that's impossible." Darth Vader says, "Search your feelings. You know it to be true. Your father and I were gay together." Luke shouts, "No, no." Darth Vader then says, "Luke, join me, and together we can rule the galaxy as Master and Twink." "Come on me. Come with me. It's the only way." Luke looks down and drops into the air shaft, and is ejected beneath the floating city. He reaches out through the horsecock to Gaia, and the Phaeton returns to rescue him. Bi fighters pursue the group, but they manage to escape. So, aboard the rebel fleet, Luke then gets a robotic penis, and he shows it off, like he stretches it, like he does at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
So, he's doing that with his penis, showing it off to Gaia. And who knows what will happen in episode 6. But yeah, there you go. There's The Empire Likes Black, Dick.
It's very good. Yeah, I'm excited for the finale.
Yes.
Where it
I'm
all comes
excited too.
together.
I've not actually seen the last one, so it'll be interesting to know what happens to it.
Oh, you should watch. No, Dylan. Again, you need to watch it because then you'll find it funnier if you watch the original beforehand.
The references.
To be
will
honest, we
hilarious.
should. Yeah, we should actually maybe even let people know what we're reviewing, just so some people who
That's
Oh, yeah.
basically
Put it in the
have plenty
description.
of time on their hands because they're just mopping floors all day. They can just be watching the film on their phone.
Just
Yeah.
watch it while you're mopping the floors, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll now, of course, go to our topics, which Dylan's excited. Dylan's got a great topic for us. So
We're
go
gonna have
ahead,
time
Dylan,
for
you go
this.
first.
Yeah, fine. Let's do it. So do you remember a while ago we spoke about the house play?
Oh yes.
Well, I've actually written one. Oh my goodness me! What? This is what we've been waiting for,
Wow.
and we're gonna act it out. Isn't that exciting? Is everyone excited?
Yeah. No. Absolutely. Everyone's so excited.
Who plays unnamed housemate number 1?
He doesn't have any lines, so it doesn't really matter. But anyway,
Yeah.
we don't need the descriptions. We could just.
All right, let's go.
That's just for you. Let's just make a start. So
Wait, who am I again?
You're
I see there's already a reference to the drying rack, which is great.
Who am I?
Michael, you're Dylan and Kyle. Luke, you're Michael
Okay.
and Zach.
I'm Michael
So-
and Zach. Okay.
And I'm Luke and the narrator. So, interior kitchen day. Dylan enters. Luke is also there, looking thoroughly unimpressed.
Yeah.
Hey, Dylan.
Hey Luke. Oh, wait, I'll do voices. Hey Luke, how you doing?
Hey, Dylan. Just wondering if you're going to clear the drying rack anytime soon.
Yes, I am on it. I'm just going to eat some tea and then I'll clear it.
Great. I mean, yeah, that's great and all, but you really could just clear it now. It's not been cleared for 2 days.
Luke sounds reasonable here.
Yes, I do apologize for that.
I'm not making any excuses. But my left arm's a bit sore. As I said, once I've had my tea, I'm right on it.
Oh, I'm sick of hearing all these excuses. Just clear the fucking drying rack, you fucking ginger cunt. You know
Never said
what?
that once.
You know
Never
what?
said
You
that
know
once.
what? You're getting a tick for this.
Oh my god, this Luke character sounds like he sounds like a mean piece of work to me.
Absolute libel, slander, whichever one is written or said, whatever.
Sitting room, day. Dylan enters the sitting room. Kyle, Zach, Michael, and unnamed housemate number 1 are sitting on the sofas watching a documentary about bikes.
I like that. That's funny. Okay, go on. Who's Dylan?
Michael, you
Oh, I'm Dylan, sorry.
Guys, Luke is out of control. He's just given me a tick even though I said I would clear the drying rack.
If Dylan doesn't want to unload the drying rack, he shouldn't have to. I mean, you all keep asking me to take the bins out, and I haven't done so for weeks.
Yes, well, I said I would do it. Also, Kyle, I think it would be good if you could take the bins out at some point. The kitchen is starting to smell a bit.
You'll sound just as bad as Luke. I don't have time to take the bins out, man.
Luke enters. Well. If it isn't Mr. I've still not emptied the drying rack, and Mr. Lazy Cunt who still hasn't taken out the fucking bins.
I'm busy, man.
How are you busy? Like, what is stopping you from taking the bins out this very second?
I've just come back from 30 hours at the gym, and I've been trying to watch this cycling documentary to work on my technique.
Just take the fucking bins out, you Geordie cunt.
I never was that mean.
The kitchen smells like shit because of you.
So I want a funny accent for Zach. What could be a funny accent for Zach?
He could be like Indian.
Kyle! Kyle! Come on, it's your job. Me and Michael are tired, and we still managed to unload the dishwasher.
Come on, Kyle. Our jobs won't do themselves.
Interior kitchen day. Luke, Dylan, Zach, Michael, Kyle, and unnamed housemate number 1 enter the kitchen. Dylan heads over to the drying rack and begins unloading it. There. See, Dylan? Not so fucking difficult, is it? Zach spots a dirty plate next to the sink.
Oh yeah, sorry. Look. You've left a dirty plate by the sink.
Okay, I'm looking.
Luke embarrassed. Well, I was just about to wash it up.
You've left a dirty plate in the kitchen. You know the rules. I've got to give you a tick.
Don't you fucking dare.
Do these rules not apply to you because you're the house president?
No, I just don't think it was necessary to give me a tick for that. I left the room for less than a minute, and I was going to clean the plate on my return.
Never
That
did anything
didn't
like
stop
that.
you giving me a tick for the exact same reason last week.
And you know what else, Luke? I was actually just about to take the bins out, but after your recent actions, you can think
Oh my God, this
again.
goes on for a while.
And I leave.
I'm doing some laundry. Make sure that drying rack is done by the time I get... Oh, for fuck's sake. He's left their laundry in the washing machine.
I never swore this much.
I'm not sure.
Well, would you mind giving me a hand moving it to the tumble dryer?
This is such a great, I can't believe you came up with this scenario. It's so comedic.
I was going to make this my topic one day, you know.
On second thoughts, Luke, it is mine.
Oh, it is yours. Why would you lie about that? Dylan shrugs his shoulders. Once you've done the drying rack, can you please move your laundry to the tumble dryer so I can do mine?
Was not
Luke
that mean to you. Was not.
Luke exits.
Well done. In examining this... Oh, fucking hell. Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
It's the rest of the script.
Well, Dylan, in examining this matter objectively, I firmly hold the belief that Luke's entreaty to you is quite reasonable. While it is imperative to address the recent transgressions committed by Luke, his current request on you centrist, you following your duties as a responsible member of the household, one that has been dutifully fulfilled by most of your fellow housemates, Kyle being the sole exception. I must emphasize that engaging in conscientious housekeeping practices, including your responsibility of clearing the drying rack, you contribute not only to the maintenance of cleanliness and order, but also to fostering a harmonious atmosphere that enables the collective well-being of all inhabitants. It is imperative to consider the principles of fairness and equity in evaluating Luke's request, irrespective of his past misconduct. I urge you to reflect upon the essence of communal responsibility and to carefully weigh the merits of Luke's appeal. By doing so, you demonstrate your commitment to the smooth functioning of the household and exhibit a sense of accountability that resonates with the core values upon which our shared living arrangement is built.
Luke's used to just be a normal housemate like the rest of us, but he's changed. He's not the same.
Would you care to elaborate on your hypothesis?
I don't know, but he's just not the same person. He's not our friend
Oh, for
anymore.
fuck's sake.
Ever since he discovered that damn amulet.
Michael.
No, Michael's.
Oh
Luke,
shit!
right?
No, so I actually got confused.
Yeah.
No, I was just so staggered that you ripped off Michael again. But anyway,
No,
ripped me
we
off.
came up with the amulet. This
No,
is
Dylan,
a
you ripped me
reference
off.
to the amulet.
amulet. What do you mean? The amulet of eternal chaos?
I'm afraid I do. Ever notice how we get all of the difficult jobs like unloading the drying rack or emptying the dishwasher? What's Luke's job? Someone tell me that!
Well, as you
He's
know,
kind of getting like frustrated.
his job is being House President.
Exactly! I'd like to see Luke unload the drying rack. I bet he'd struggle with that.
did.
In fact, I'm willing to bet he's never unloaded a drying rack in his entire life.
Multiple times.
It's unfair that he gets to lord it over as House President whilst the rest of us are busy having to graft.
That's too northern word for Dylan to say.
Yeah.
Well, as you know, I served as House President for a short period of time. I remember that, the coup of January 16th.
That was a good cue.
Yeah. Less than 48 hours, as you might remember, after being confronted with that overwhelming and unceremoniously abrupt vote of no confidence in my leadership. But drawing on that experience, I hope that you would allow me to respectfully counter your arguments. You need to comprehend the many intricacies behind such a position.
Luke from upstairs. That washing machine better be fucking empty.
Never that aggressive.
Shit! What do I do?
One idea could be to move your now clean, albeit wet laundry to the tumble dryer and fulfilling his, I must say, quite reasonable request.
Oh wow.
No time! Shit! Better run! Otherwise he might use his amulet powers on me.
There we go. There's fucking... You know what? I might write a script based on what happened in the house. Because Michael's done it.
Because I've done it.
Dylan's
done
it.
I would like to
I want to
say
see Luke's version.
the joke
Yeah.
kind of is that although he's a bit aggressive, this Luke character, he's quite reasonable in what he's asking. Although he is quite aggressive in it.
I don't think I was as aggressive as you
No,
made,
you
like,
weren't that aggressive, no.
Yes.
It is a massive exaggeration.
Thank you. Well, we'll get that on the record. But yeah, no, I want to get the truth out, my truth, in a script, which maybe I'll write next week. I don't know what I'm going to write it about. Maybe just my trials and tribulations as House President.
Yeah.
You should write your memoirs. And you know, I completed everything in my first term as House President, so there was no need for a second.
That's more fitting for Michael, I feel like. You know.
I don't know if I have my original script saved.
Yeah, maybe. I'll look.
I do.
Yeah, I want to read my original
I
script.
do
or
really like
something.
my Michael character, though, how he's like...
Yes.
Well, I was going to say that I actually, I feel like I'm the only one in all of this who's really been slandered with this completely libelous accusation that I make unnecessarily verbose criticisms of things and expand upon things in unnecessary detail.
But I just
Where has this come from?
We need
These
a character.
I don't get
lies?
that either. Yeah.
We need a character that's completely neutral. He doesn't take sides and he just looks at everything objectively and in lots of detail.
Yeah, I'm like the neutral.
Yes. Anyway, so let us now review Dylan's topic, or rate it. Sorry, Dylan. Do you want to give yourself a mark out of 10, please?
I think we'll start off with a 10. Yeah, why not?
Okay. Okay, a 10 for Dylan.
Can only get
There
better.
There's only so much you can you can do with the amulet of eternal chaos twist. I'm gonna give it a 7.
Ooh, that's harsh for you,
I
Michael.
think that's a very I've become a bit more angry recently.
Is it because you didn't like your
I didn't
character?
like the portrayal of my character.
So who's really annoyed, Dylan? Me or Michael? Because I'm going to give that an 8.
Well, I kept it bottled up the whole time.
Is that-
Like Luke was there, like vocally expressing it. Meanwhile, I was playing along the whole time. But deep down, I was thinking, I fucking hate Dylan so much.
Now,
Can't
can
believe
I
he's done this.
Can I ask? Oh fuck! I can't believe you've done this. Is this the first time that you've given me a higher rating than Michael has, Luke? Because I think
no,
that's a
happened.
rarity.
Just a few episodes ago, episode 77.
Oh,
really?
Yeah.
doesn't seem like it happens that often. So,
And also episode 76. Michael gave you a 5,
really?
I gave you a 7.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wow.
Maybe I hate Dylan now.
I'm looking. Michael has been very harsh on Dylan this year in the ratings. Maybe he doesn't want to lose again and have a forfeit, you know?
I might have to be harsh on Michael now.
Yes. So my topic this week is that, well, of course, you all know about the submarine, right? The Titanic.
Oh yes.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
it's happened again. I was like, I don't know about that. That's a weird one. I think I was like asleep, and I was like, it was like playing on like the radio or something. So I didn't know there's a real thing that happened.
That's a great story, Dylan. But yeah,
I know. Sorry.
The
Cut.
So these rich people, £250,000, went into a submarine and they basically are visiting the Titanic, and have been lost, or they're already dead. The oxygen is, right now as we are talking, the oxygen is probably going to run out in like 16 hours time. It's going to run out on Thursday. So yeah, I doubt that they're alive anyway. I think it's probably exploded, to be honest. There's been a leak. Or
well, that's better for them, to be honest, than them slowly dying.
But of course,
that's a terrifying idea. Just being at the bottom of the sea, knowing that you're going to die soon.
Well, that is the alternative, and of course, that's what people have been kind of joking about or talking. It's imagine just being stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic just for 3 days, and everyone knows you're there, and it's just like, I know, you've got nothing to do. So the question I want to ask is, if you could be stuck with, I think there's 4 people on the trip. 3 people. If you could be stuck at the bottom of the Atlantic next to the Titanic for 3 days before you die, who would you choose? Which people would you choose? And
now,
what? Go on.
The question is living or dead? That's the classic one you need to know. Or as I say living or dead, I mean is it 3 kind of what are the... Yeah.
I've picked living people. Because I think that would, it'd be more interesting, because the key thing is, with this question, these people are going to die along with yourself. So you might want to kill some people who you don't like.
Oh, that's a good idea.
But also crucially, you are going to be locked in with them for 3 days.
Okay. I'm working on it.
So you need to find maybe a balance.
I'll take those kids who are bullying me at the youth centre.
Okay, right. So I have a person right off the bat who I'd like to be with, which is Kevin Spacey. Now, you may think, what, Kevin Spacey? He's the rapist, the paedophile. I don't know if he actually was a paedophile.
You're quite a big fan of him, though, weren't you?
Yeah, exactly, Dylan. And now you get into my point. The point is, people who you are fans of, who you'd like to ask questions, spend time with, but who are really awful people who...
So I'm working on my answers too.
Now, are you worried, though? The worry is that, he's a man, and he's got... He likes
urges.
Men. He's got urges, yeah. Are you not a little bit concerned about that?
Well, no, because he's 60 years old, so I think I'll be able to fend him off quite easily, to be honest with you. I don't think I'll have any problems there. That's the thing. The reason why he got away with all that shit is because he had power, because he was such a star. Well, everyone's going to die, so I don't need.
Everyone's equal at the bottom of the ocean.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. So
I'm gonna take King Charles with me.
Okay, that's interesting.
Because he's quite old anyway, and it'd be quite nice to have a change in monarch again. Because it doesn't happen that often.
Although you wouldn't get to appreciate it.
Yeah, you won't get to see it, Dylan. So,
yeah, but other people would. It'd be quite an interesting thing. Plus, as well, people might actually try and rescue him as well, because he's the king. So,
so yeah, maybe you get rescued. I hadn't considered that. Because I don't think it's possible to rescue. Because they're literally at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean, thousands of feet below where military grade submarines go. So yes, it's probably not looking good for them. But yeah, I would also like to be with Henry Kissinger as well. Yeah, because he is going to, because this will finally finish him off. He's not getting out of here, and I'd just like to hear him reveal all the secrets about Richard Nixon and Cambodia and Laos, all the shit in American politics, he's probably involved with all that shit, and it'd be interesting to hear what went on. So yeah, and he gets to die as well. So there you go. Michael, you got a person?
I'm going to factor in trying to take my shot at having a foursome. So I've gone for people who are kind of bad, but also who I would be down to have sex with.
Okay,
so with the logic of, we're all going to die, so, we might as well, what are you going to do? If what are you going to do when you're all just going to die anyway? You're all on your own.
Can I just point out, Michael, this means cheating on your fiancée.
Yeah, I am aware of that, but I think I'm okay with that if I'm going to die.
Look, nobody will know apart from God.
You don't want us to say bad things at your funeral. Also, thou shalt not adulter.
So anyway, let's focus on let's ignore the moral dimension to the premise here and just work on. This is what I got. So at first I was thinking I was kind of all over the place, but I started off with the first one I got down is Bad Baby. The next person I went for was Tommy Lahren. Because she's pretty hot. and she's like a conservative political commentator. I'm not gonna lie, it's actually, see, you guys might help me with this, because I actually can't think of that many evil, sexy women. Like, I could also go for Sarah Palin.
Priti Patel.
Oh, Priti Patel!
I would not.
Sorry. Dame Priti Patel, as she.
Luke's racist against South Asians.
I wouldn't describe Priti Patel as sex, but that's just me. You do you.
Yeah. You know what? Actually, Priti Patel. Okay, bad baby, you're out. Priti Patel is in.
Imagine the smell.
Yeah.
No,
well, let's not talk about
she
that.
smells just like any other English woman.
And this is it. Yeah, it probably would be pretty stinky after all this hot, nasty sex. And you know that all of these women would be like crazy. And finally, a woman who's not evil, but she's quite old, so she's close to dying anyway. And she is, of course, famously my celebrity crush, the most beautiful woman in the world, a woman who is my veritable hall pass, is I believe the phrase, Dolly Parton.
No, you can't kill Dolly Parton. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I know, but like she's so close. How old is she? Does that make me sound like a kind of bad person?
A despicable human. And by the way, Michael, we haven't even touched on the topic of consent here. Like, what's to say that Tommy Lahren, Priti Patel, and Dolly Parton would be up for this foursome? Because like maybe they.
I really feel like
refuse.
you're all trying to make a load of moral critiques here, which I'm not enthused by.
You just say to them, you're gonna die anyway.
Exactly, that's it. I think that would be enough to convince them.
So I want King Charles III, I want Keir Starmer, and I want Richard's wife.
No, not Richard's wife. How could you kill Richard's wife, you disgusting person?
The thing is, because I'm dead, it doesn't matter to me if these people are still alive or not. Also, as well, if I manage to super seduce Richard's wife, then they truly have completed the game.
That's it. Yeah, it's basically yeah.
Super Seducer Submarine
Just get
Edition.
the Super Seducer cast. It's like virtual reality, and you'll even have the controller to go along with it.
Oh god,
the Logitech controller.
I was also thinking Keir Starmer's a good one. I was thinking of Andrew Tate as well, because
I was thinking Andrew Tate.
I don't really want to spend time with Andrew Tate though.
No, but I think it'd be funny just to hear him like spout his shit. And
you're a fool.
Not that one.
I think again, you're always getting the Andrew Tates. Why are there more? Why is there more than one? Damn it!
And of course, he's been in prison recently, so he'll know how to cope being in a confined space. Kate, I think, would feel pretty left out there, honestly.
No, you see what happens.
She would be very confused.
What happens is Charles and Keir, they just get on and just have a chat with each other. Blah blah blah.
You can be busy fucking.
Basically,
they're just. Being the anti. Oh my god.
Keir Starmer steals your girl, Dylan.
No, he wouldn't be able to make his mind up about whether he'd want to or not, you see.
Okay,
that's it. Yeah, that's a good point.
Let's rate the topic then. So, Dylan, you go first.
It's annoying, I see, but I was hoping I could have the W this week, but this is actually quite a good topic, so I'm duty bound to give this a 9 out of 10.
Oh wow, Michael, rate it.
I think it was funny. I think it was like topical. I think it kind of had like some interesting dimensions to it. Mm-hmm. I don't quite like the fact that you guys, attacked my morality. But you know what? Despite that, I'm gonna give it a 10.
Oh wow!
Give it a 10. I think it's like a fun topic. I think, and I like the fact that it involves kind of making light of people dying in a horrific way.
You know what? I
like the edgy factor.
Yeah, I'm only gonna give it an 8, but that's enough for me to win. That gives me 27. So sorry, Dylan. I'm so sorry. You've lost this week. That's the best rate topic of the year of the season. So far. So yeah, great. Michael, do you want to?
So imagine if we started a band. What would but like kind of an indie band, like how like indie bands have like weird names.
Indie band,
get down to Two Door Cinema Club and things like that.
Not that I enjoyed that.
Obviously indie stands for independent. I was thinking what would be our band's name. I did actually come up with a very not credible band. With a handful of friends, Kieran and Ruben, and the band we came up with was the Missiles of Decrepit Masturbation, which I thought was like a funny name.
So this is just band names which are very weird.
Yeah, kind of, but maybe work with the whole gay thing. Did you know there's actually a band called the Oakley Dokleys, and they have a song called White Wine Spritzer? It's like, yeah, it's a good band, and they're all dressed like Ned Flanders.
What about if it is gay? What about the Angry Faggots?
Yeah, the angry. Hi there, we're the Angry Faggots.
Yeah.
And this is our debut album, You Prolapse My Anus.
There we go. That's mine. If I ever start a gay band, it'll be the Angry Faggots.
I like the Penetrators.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean that's it. You know, it can be a short topic. Whatever. There we go. That's it.
What about
We had a.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we've all picked our names, so yeah, let's rate the topic.
Yeah,
then.
topic's done.
Yeah. Dylan, give Michael a rating.
6.
Okay. Yeah, I think, you know what, we came up with some funny names. I think a 6 is a fair rating.
There's obviously one thing which slightly changes it, which is it's my topic and I want it to score higher, so I am going to give it a 10. No, So I'm going to give it a bonus. It's my topic and I want it to score higher point, so I'm going to give it a 7. There we go. For the record, if it was either of your topics, I would have given it a 6, but because it's my topic and I gave it, I'm going to give it a 7. I want it on the record. That's my only reason.
All right. Yeah. So there we go. I win this week. So yeah. Anyway. So yeah. Join us next. Oh no. Final thoughts. Dylan. Final thought.
I just discovered my least favourite colour is purple. I dislike it more than red and blue combined.
That's great. Well done, Dylan. Michael, your final thought?
Yeah, it's just a bit silly. I was just going to say, I recently discovered that my least favourite colour... Actually, no, my favourite colour is green, honestly. Like, green is my favourite colour. I like it more than blue and yellow combined.
That's a good one.
Thank you.
Well done,
But yeah, so I will return in a couple of weeks' time with maybe a script on the various goings on our house circa 2016. Yeah, 2016. Yeah. So join us for that.
The Gospel According to Luke.
Exactly. So,
hey, that's a good title for it.
Bye.
Bye.
Bisexual.